Good morning, everyone. This is Rivcal. We are playing some more Cthulhu Saves Christmas, and we are actually at the final boss this time. Just to really quickly go through what we've got available here, I've got Cthulhu set up with Chaos Strike. I'm thinking this is probably going to be a really good damage move. We've got Bootleg to be able to rotate items. We've got Unstoppable, so he can heal himself and get Unstoppable back and get rid of status. I think he's immune to status anyway, but that's beyond the point. And Shatter Strike. Shatter Strike gets Vulnerable, which is a good status effect to get down early. Crystal, Gentle Rain, and we've got her ability to recast that as well. Resolution. I kind of just wanted to grab this because it felt worth grabbing. Like having a backup heal and having it be a full heal feels really good. Revive. Just in case this fight goes long, I want to be able to get somebody back up. This is the only ability that does that. And Mistletoe. Charm has proved to be really, really good during this game, so we're leaning into it. Chicken Feed. Heal Self. Enrage. This is going to be important later, but it also boosts her, gives us a second way to boost chicken power. And then I think I'm a little torn here. So right now, Tornado Pestle is by far her best weapon. Just stat wise. But I wish that it wasn't because this makes me want to use Wind Arrow instead of Mighty Peck, which was the one that I was going to lean into otherwise. And then, of course, Chicken Dance. I suppose the nice thing with this is it does mean that I have a way to attack with chicken boosted up and without chicken boosted up. And, of course, Belsnickel, we've got Enrage Blow and then Punish. Double damage when enraged, and I hadn't noticed this originally, but when hyper, 5 times damage to enraged. So we want to get our opponents enraged and then hit them while Belsnickel's in hyper. I've also got Candy because I feel like that is his most reliable healing item or option, and Celebrate, which is just get everybody in the party gets a hyper bar. It's really good. I feel like there's not a good reason not to do that. I just realized I don't have the speed up on Baba. So maybe I'm gonna ditch Wind for that. Clockwork. So basically, most of our characters don't actually have a lot of attacking moves right now. But I feel like that's kind of the way we've been going with this. It's get Poison down, get Charm going, and stabilize, and then hit them really hard. Focus on buffs and debuffs and stats effects for the most of it. Cthulhu, we've got the Eldritch Sword, which is just stats at this point. Eldritch Tunic, immune to ailments. Sharp Tentacle makes him more likely to draw enemy attacks. Caduceus Wand is regen up, even though we're not using regen abilities at all. Gentle Rain can be reused. And Christmas Cloak, which is going to start her with some really solid abilities. Wind Up, start with Unstoppable, and all of her Insanity abilities get more powerful, which the nice thing with that is those will be all of her attacking moves, will be Insanity abilities. And then Physical Damage Up will help with his hitting enraged enemies. And Odd Candy is still just the best we've got. We only got 2 candy because they're not very well spread out. If you don't focus down certain paths in the downtimes. So I think with that, oh, and then items, we've got Charm. I'm actually gonna change this. I was going to do that. I just realized that nobody actually has any poison abilities as I was saying it. And make sure we've got Poison Mist, so we've got that option. Let's go. You made it how expected. And now it's time to end it. Cthulhu performs a mighty attack and misses. What happened? This game doesn't have accuracy checks? I can see every attack you make before you make it. With that knowledge, it's a simple matter to ensure that I am elsewhere. How am I supposed to kill you if I can't hit you? You can't. Face it. I'm better than you. I'll never face that. Cthulhu reigns supreme even when he doesn't. Then die. Ah! No, we can't let it end like this. How can we defeat something that knows what we're going to do before we do it? What's the plan, boss? I don't have one. Perhaps I can help. Narrator, you stay out of this. I've always been a fan of Christmas presents, and I've been especially good this year. Take that. Ghost of Christmas Future is suddenly beset with visions of every possible future simultaneously. Too much information. Make it stop. Now's your chance. Fight while its power of predictions are disabled. This is it. Our final chance to shine. League of Christmas Evil members, come to me. I summon thee from the depths of the beyond. Okay. This is not a single target fight. Looks like we are going against the entire league. And by the entire league, I mean several members. Now, it doesn't look like they've been leveled up too much. This thing's only got 3,000 hit points, so honestly, that's probably pretty good. This hit point pool is also pretty low, which makes me think this is going to be multiple phases. Namely, I'm suspecting that we're going to be fighting a second phase with all of the league members, and then a third phase with with just Christmas Future, but I don't know that for sure. I think we're going to try and enrage here. Nope. Let's max out the hyperbar across the board. Clockwork. Actually, I'm gonna hit the Yule Cat here. Thin the field out a little bit. That punish on enrage, and now let's get some gentle rain going. Cat definitely needs to go first. Charm the Mouse King. He's weak to charm. It says so. Start getting some poison down. Get healed up. Gotta get that damage in when we can. And I think... honestly... hell no. Let's be safe. Safe is probably better, I suppose. See if that's a terrible idea or not. Next round of charm is down. I'm gonna go ahead and just get this defend up. And then let's Chaos Strike on... I think we can take Jack Frost out here. Nope, not quite. I guess I wasn't thinking about the fact that he's also been... getting healed. There we go. Now we should be in shape to do better. And oddly enough, I think we recharged this off that hyper. That's okay. Heal up. Heal up, and also chicken up. More importantly in this case. Disarm, buy us a little bit more time. Being able to just spam that heal is really ridiculous, and I love it. There's vulnerable. And let's wind arrow here. That did pretty good damage. No stun there. That's unfortunate. Heal up. Let's get Eggy. We actually lost a character, which hasn't happened in a while. I'm gonna do the hyper bar here so that we can... Oh, revive is in downtime. Whoops. Yeah, let's heal up. Honestly, it probably would have been better if we didn't try and recover there. At this point, let's get all healed up. There we go. Now we're down to one person we're fighting. We have clockwork. Gotten rage down. And now present exchange to full heal the entire party. Get a disarm down. He already has poison. Bootleg. There's a charm. Make him hit himself. The This is going to taunt, but it also causes unstoppable. We need to build up chicken. Vulnerable. Awesome. That's what I was hoping for there. No buff here. So I guess let's just top off hit points. I forgot I'd already used that. That's a little disappointing. I guess let's try it. Didn't work. Worth a shot. Okay, let's recharge on her because we need to get something good for her. Let's get Punish. And let's get Chaos Strike. That did a good 3,000 damage between the two. Buys us a turn effectively. Good opportunity for the hyper. Recharge. I mean, I guess we're in okay shape, so let's just get a smack. And then Clockwork. Awesome. I think we defend here. I'm a little torn here. I think I'm gonna do this just to be safe. Send him back into sanity temporarily? Slightly reduce our damage, but it'll reduce his damage as well. Punish. I do love recharging her Inspire like that while she's in hyper. Recharge ally, ice damage blizzard, buff up. This is a good celebrate round. Clockwork. Was that? I thought I caught vocals for a second there. Probably not, but it's still just... I mean, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me out of these guys. Let's go ahead and recharge now. We'll clockwork next turn. Just chicken up this turn. There we go. I'm assuming first round defeated. Wow. We'll see if we get a chance to do anything between. No new abilities. Anyway. We win! Strike that. I won! How could I have been so blind? By the power of your blows, I've seen the error of my ways. Yay, it's a super happy ending! I now see clearly that this future was never meant to be. Let me return you to your own original time. I will no longer tamper with the flow of time for my own purposes. Okay. It is now Christmas. Cthulhu found a gorgeously wrapped present. It looks like Santa's been here. Cthulhu tears off the wrapping paper. Inside is a small letter. Thank you for your help. Come see me and you'll get what you most desire. Oh boy, I'm excited. But first, you better check in on some of the relationships you've developed over the course of the game. Do I have to? I can't believe we actually did it. I know I said I believed in you. I'm not sure that I ever really did. Yes, you're the star, but you're also a hideous monster who wants to destroy everything. You can see why I would have my doubts. But you rescued my grandfather and saved Christmas. I hope you learned something along the way. I can assure you that I learned absolutely nothing. I would expect nothing less from you, and yet methinks the Ancient One doth protest too much. I don't know if we'll meet again after today. Grandfather's already planning on dimensionally shifting our city beyond your reach. Just don't forget us when you get your powers back, okay? Ho, 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 I was wondering when you'd show up, Cthulhu. Power, gimme! I was worried at first about granting your wish, but my granddaughter insists it's for the best. Something about preserving the timeline between prequel and the main game. Kids these days with their time paradoxes. Now promise me you'll only use these powers for good. I promise. You just lied, didn't you? Totally. Very well, a promise is a promise. Here you are now, pow. Wait! Baba, what are you doing here? Don't do this. Just because our stories make us out to be evil doesn't mean we have to become villains. Haven't you had more fun in this game than you ever did asleep in Relay? It has been fun, but I cannot deny my destiny. Yes, you can. You can choose who you will become. No one else can do it. Let him go. What? It'll all turn out for the best in the end. Trust me, I've seen the next game. Sometimes a temporary setback is necessary for ultimate victory. Trust us. Enough preaching. It's time to end this. Cthulhu finds himself back in Relay. My power, it's all coming back. Time to destroy the world. Oh. Okay then. I was wondering about that. Okay. So, I noticed that there were a couple things that didn't seem like they filled out in the original game. I'm gonna go ahead and click Start New Game Plus. My power is gone again? Where is it? This looks like the first place we met. Yay, boss, you said we were gonna leave us, but you didn't. I don't believe I've ever been here before in my journeys. This can't be, you wouldn't. What's going on? You monster, you didn't. I did. The dreaded New Game Plus. Exactly. What's that? It's where those ingrate players decide they want to keep playing even though the game is over. Wasn't it enough that you got to control me? The greatest thing of all time, even if it was for but a brief time? But no, you couldn't let the game take its natural course. You had to have more. You disgust me. You're the one in front of the screen. I'm talking to you. Haven't we had enough fun? Do you really want to play through the same content over and over? Why don't you just put down the controller, close the game, and play something else? Aren't you addicted to a gas game that you could be playing instead? Get back on that treadmill. Fine. If you're gonna be that way, we'll play this game again, but I won't enjoy it. Cthulhu's indignation manifested in itself a new weapon, the Insanity Sword. You can replay the game, but with a few differences. There's also a new, harder difficulty. Check it out or don't. So we get to keep all of our equipment, all of our skills. Now, this is actually one of the things I wanted to check. Okay, it hasn't done anything yet. So, one of the things I was wondering about was this. And this is actually both was going to be one of the things I brought up in my post-game analysis, and also something that I was curious about if they had a New Game Plus. It gives you this menu like you can change what their skills are here. Everything else, it fills out the menu. This one doesn't. And I was curious if there might be more than one that unlock as you go. And it didn't in the main game. The other thing is these 4 item slots. I'm curious if it's something that's going to unlock as you go. Obviously, we also already have all of our relationship equipment that we got the first time through. So that means that you can finish out the other relationships, which was one of my complaints throughout this run was, oh, well, you can't, there's not enough time to actually get all of these completed, so you'd have to plan it out really carefully. And then difficulty, there's now an Eldritch difficulty. Okay. Well, I am not going to play through this an entire additional time on stream, but I may explore it, and depending on how interesting it gets, what I might do is either we'll see how different it is, But what I might do is throw together either like a little feature reel, or maybe I'll just highlight some particular boss fights that feel very different or that are a lot harder. Because one of the things I'm not sure about, and maybe we can check this real quick, is whether or not... No, these are all the same. Okay. But the XP is different. Okay. So the enemies are the same, but the XP rates are much higher. So it clearly wants you to get really powerful. So yeah, I think I think I will go back through and at least do another video of like the last boss a second time if I continue playing through it all the way. If it feels different enough. Because I'm really curious what that higher difficulty would look like, as well as how much cool stuff you can get, and maybe I'll be able to give a better review at that time. However, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video now. So, offhand, this game is really cool. I wish it was longer. I wish some of the content was better spelled out as you were going. The relationship tracks, I understand why they did it the way they did. And especially now that I see the New Game Plus, it makes more sense. But it did make some of the game pieces feel a little bit weird, and it's something where you could probably break your run by getting really good equipment early if you did certain characters, although it does seem time-gated for some of the events as well. All of that being said, though, genuinely, this is... Like, I like their first two games. This is heads and tails above as far as the way the customization works with the equipment and the stats. I really like their take on the ability system. It makes battle really interesting. My biggest complaint is that the battles are long. I ended up playing on Insane for my random battles, not because I didn't want the challenge or didn't think I could handle it. It was genuinely because when I tried it on, I was planning on playing the whole game on Raving, and when I got through the first, or by the time I got through the tutorial area, it had been like an hour and a half. Just because the random battles took so long. And I still ended up having to break up most of the dungeons once we got up to the 15 random battles, which realistically, I wish I had just gone through a few of them and then cut the content down from there. Yeah. Overall, really good, and especially with the recent announcement of for me, a recent announcement of the Breath of Death 7 sequel or remake, and for you, it's already out. That makes me really excited to see what else is coming from these devs, and does make me really want to go back and play through their other two again. I haven't played Cosmic Star Heroine since it first came out. I was kind of disappointed at the time, but I really, especially having just played through this, kind of makes me want to replay it. And This Way Madness Lies is one I started and just never got around to finishing. I got distracted with other projects. So, yeah. Yeah, outside of those, a couple minor things, the actual combat in this game feels really good. It feels really strategic. You do have to think about how you're using things, what you're using. Was really fun to see all the different status effects that were actually useful. My course to victory in this game was largely poison and charm by the end. So, yeah. I guess with all of that out of the way, hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe. It does help me out a lot. This is a small channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, or if you just want to say hi, please leave them in the comments. We appreciate that too. And as always, have a good one. Merry Christmas.